What's going on, guys? Zachary Shemicki here from ZC Aesthetics, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about weight loss. Since summer's coming up, not really here in Wisconsin because it's freezing cold and we just got like 15 inches of snow, but eventually it's going to come and you're going to want to be able to look good on the beach, look good with a shirt off at the pool, whatever. Alright, so basically weight loss comes down to calories in versus calories out. And if you're eating more calories than you burn, you're going to gain weight. And if you're eating less calories than you burn, you're going to lose weight. And more specifically, the weight I'm going to be talking about losing is fat loss, because weight can fluctuate daily based on water intake, sodium intake, all that kind of stuff. So calories are basically a source of energy for the body. And how you're going to calculate that is you're going to take your body weight, and you're going to multiply that by 15, and that is going to give you around your maintenance calories. So multiply by 15, and that's going to give you your maintenance calories. So maintenance calories is what you're going to be eating to maintain your weight. And so we want to lose weight, so we're going to be taking that number and subtracting about 300 to 500, and that's going to be how much you're going to be needing to eat during the day. So for me, I am 187 pounds, multiplied by 15, and we are going to get 2,805. So that's about my maintenance calories. So that's, like I said, that's going to be what I'm going to need to eat to maintain weight. And if you want to lose about a pound a week, you're going to want to burn 500 calories more than you eat a day, and that's going to equal about 3,500 calories, which is a pound. So minus 500, and that is going to give me 2,305 calories. And that's going to be how much I'm going to need to eat to lose about a pound a week. So basically calories come from 3 different macronutrients, which are protein, carbohydrates, and fat. And the first one we're going to talk about is protein, and that is basically going to help you preserve your muscle mass, and protein is actually the most satiating out of the 3 macronutrients, so eating it is going to help get rid of your hunger a little bit. So to calculate this, the general dietary guidelines are 0.36 grams per pound of body weight, but that really is just to prevent a deficiency. So if you're an active individual, you're lifting weights, you want to maintain muscle mass, you're going to be needing to eat about 0.8 to 1.2 grams per pound of body weight. And so the 0.8 end is going to be if you're a higher body fat percentage. If you're 15% body fat or lower, you're going to be probably around 1 gram. And if you're super lean, like competition prep level, you're going to want 1.2 grams just to help preserve your muscle mass and try and keep as much size as possible. Like I said, my body weight is 187 multiplied by, right now I'm just going to go with 1 gram. 1 gram, and that is going to equal 187 grams of protein. And that's my protein intake each day. And the next macronutrient I'm going to be talking to you about is fats. And basically this is just another source of energy, just another source of calories. And it digests slower than carbs and proteins. So it's going to help you get fuller faster because it's going to stay in your stomach longer. It's going to be 20 to 35% of your total calorie intake. You're going to want to have 0.3 to 0.4 grams per pound of body weight. And that's going to bring you to about 20 to 30% of your total calorie intake. 0.3 is going to be if you prefer eating more carbs. 0.4 is going to be more so if you like eating fattier foods. I personally prefer carbs when I'm eating, so I'm going to take my body weight and multiply that times 0.3, and that is going to give me 56.1 grams of fat. And so far I have 187 grams of protein and 56.1 grams of fat. And finally, the last macronutrient we're going to be talking about are carbohydrates. There's a lot of myths in the fitness community and just all over online, news articles, all that kind of stuff, saying carbs are bad for you, carbs are going to make you fat. That's really not true. Carbs are essential in the body, and it's the body's main source of energy. And the stored form in the body of carbohydrates is glycogen, and that is stored in the muscles. And that's going to be your source of energy for exercising. To calculate this, we're going to need this information, which is protein has 4 calories per gram, carbs have 4 calories per gram, and fats have 9 calories per gram. We're going to take our total calorie intake. Mine is 2305. Then we're going to multiply our protein intake, which mine is 187 times 4, and that's going to give us 748 calories. And then we are going to take our fat intake. Mine was 56.1, and then we're going to multiply that times 9. And that's going to give me 504.9. And then we're going to subtract both of those numbers from our total calorie intake. So that is going to give me 1,052 calories, 1,052.1 calories, but 0.1 doesn't really matter. And then we're going to divide that by 4, which is going to give me a total of 263. That is how many grams of carbs I'm going to be eating in a day. So my total calories are 2,305, which is right here. And then my total carbs are 263. My protein is going to be 187 grams a day. And then my fats were 56.1 grams a day. And so those are my total macronutrient intake if I'm going to be looking to lose 1 pound a week. And another thing is, a healthy rate of fat loss is 1 to 2 pounds a week. So you can eat less than this, but if you're losing more than 2 pounds a week, you want to increase your calories, and I'd probably increase those through carbs if you like eating carbs, or if you like eating fats, just increase it through fats, but make sure you're getting enough protein for the day. That is really important. Alright, now that we have nutrition out of the way, we're going to be moving on to training. Excuse the poorly drawn bicep. Here's a better one. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to keep lifting 3 to 6 times a week, and that's just going to help you maintain your muscle mass. If you're new to fitness, lifting weights, exercise, just in general, it's going to be possible to burn fat and gain muscle at the same time. But if you're a year or two in and you've been doing it seriously, you're pretty much just going to have to deal with not putting on any muscle size while you're losing weight. As far as sets and reps, you're going to want to stick with 3 to 4 sets of about 6 to 12 reps for your compound movements, and you're going to want to, for isolation movements, I personally like doing higher reps and doing them at the end of my exercise unless I'm pre-exhausting a muscle before a lift. Generally like doing that because it's just going to help end my workout with a pump, and it's going to get blood flowing in the muscle, and it's just going to help, like I said, overall with the pump. Between sets, you're going to want to rest 30 to 90 seconds, and that's just going to keep your heart rate up, and it's just going to help boost your metabolism a little bit for the rest of the day to just help you burn more calories. And up next we have cardio. Let's be honest, we don't do that. It's going to kill your gains. Okay, that was just a joke. But seriously, it's actually not necessary to lose weight. You can lose weight simply through manipulating your calories and just burning more than you eat. But it can be helpful to burn extra calories, or if you just like running, doing cardio in general just to be healthy. Let's say you go over your daily calorie intake to cut. You can easily just do some cardio, get some extra calories out of the way, or if the amount you need to lose fat is lower than you want to eat, you can do cardio to be able to eat more. If you want to burn more calories, a great option is high intensity interval training or HIIT cardio, and that's basically just doing a burst, going all out for like 30 to 60 seconds and then resting like 30 to 60 seconds and then going all out again, doing it for a few rounds. And that's just going to help you burn more calories in less time because it's going to take less time due to the intensity, and it's going to help boost your metabolism for up to 48 hours following the exercise. So like I said, cardio isn't necessary, but it can be helpful. And finally, some extra tips for losing weight is to make sure you're drinking a lot of water and staying hydrated. Personally, I like to go for a gallon a day. I know it can be kind of hard to do so and you're always in the bathroom and that just kind of sucks, but staying hydrated is going to help you stay full because it's going to fill your stomach up. It's going to help reduce hunger. Also, sometimes hunger is just disguised as thirst, and when you're not hungry, you're really just thirsty. And then here are 3 different kind of dieting techniques you can use to help lose weight. My personal favorite is intermittent fasting, which is not eating for like 16 hours and then having like an 8-hour window. You can have more hours or less hours of an eating window, just depending on your goals and what you want to do. But it's just helpful. You can eat bigger meals and you just don't have to spend the day thinking about food. Second, you can carb cycle, which is having high carb days and low carb days. It can help with hunger and cravings. Keto is having an extremely low carb diet. I think it's like 20 grams or less a day, and having high fat diet. It switches your body over to use fat as fuel instead of carbohydrates. And that can be a good option if you like fatty foods. A couple other things are using smaller plates when eating, because it's going to trick your brain into thinking you're eating more, so you're not going to overeat. Eat a lot of vegetables. They're not calorically dense, so you can eat a lot of them and fill your stomach up without getting a ton of calories in. Plus, you're gonna get all the micronutrients and all the good stuff that your body needs. And one more thing that I don't have listed on here is just staying busy. Because when you get bored, you're just gonna tend to overeat or just eat in general, and nobody wants that, especially when you're trying to lose weight. So follow these tips and tricks, share the video with friends, anyone who you think could need it. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at ZC Aesthetics. Leave a thumbs up. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Leave a comment if you want more detailed videos on training, each of the macronutrients, what all these different types of dieting are. I'll be happy to help you out. So comment what you want to see in the future in future videos. I will see you next time.